What's up? I am doing back again with another video. And in this video I am going to be talking all about something that happened all day yesterday for 25 hours, and this day only happens once a year, which is Valentines Day. Yes, yesterday all day it was Valentines Day, which also known as the Day of Love, and I felt the love yesterday for sure. So this is the topic in this video about the history of Valentines Day. How did Valentines Day came to be, and why is it celebrated on February 15th every year, and why is the favorite number is 69? And a bunch of other questions. So, and plus at the end of all, the accessibility guy will perform a special song for all of the girls' friends, lovers out there. It's totally fine to be single on this day. There's nothing wrong about it. Actually, I just looked up on Google because I am curious to know how many people are single on Valentines Day in the world, and that number is 61% of people all around the world are single on Valentines Day. Wow, I never imagined that number will be so high, and I am one of those people, sadly, but it's okay. I have got someone in mind, and I really want her to be my future girlfriend. I have been into 3 relationships in my lifetime, and the first one was crap. I just can't believe that I've fallen in love and dated her for about 7 months. The second one I ended up dating her for about 2 years, even though I only pictured her as being my friend, not more than friends. And then something really bad happened on my end of it, and I ended up texting her father, and it was horrible. Guys, never do what I just did back then. It was probably the worst ways to ever break up with someone, and I don't play those video games like some people do. But it's okay. And then my third one I dated, I only ended up dating her for about a week. Believe it or not, I found out on Facebook the other night, after all these years, she is still living the single life like I am. I guess that she haven't found the one yet like I am, and now I am going to talk about something that 2 of my family members don't like, that the world has been talking about it for about 3 years now, and that is the LGBTQ community, and different people has got different thoughts and opinions about this topic. Here are my thoughts about it. I am totally fine with it if people want to make their own choice of who they ended up wanting to be with. I have got nothing wrong with that. People in this world has got the freedom to be who they want to be or be called in life. I mean, the pronouns are sometimes confusing, but there's nothing wrong with that. I choose to be called a he, not a they, because I am one person, and I don't want to feel like I am 2 people. My pronouns are he and him. And I don't care about Pride Month every year in June, and Pride Month is celebrated around the world. I just looked up on Google why it is celebrated around the world, and it is to honor the 1969 Stonewall Uprising in Manhattan. The Stonewall Uprising was a tipping point for the gay liberation movement in the United States of America and Canada. I didn't told you all the whole truth. In my lifetime, I had dated 3 girls and a guy, but at different times. This is kind of embarrassing for me to say. The first person I dated was a guy for 1 month and a half. I admit I had a boyfriend, and I admit that in the boys' bathroom at school one day many years ago, I kissed him on the lips, and I really liked it at the time. For me, this was a new experience. But sadly, after a month and a half, he for some reason switched schools, and I never saw him again. I am sorry, give me a moment. So I think if I ever come in contact again with him in my lifetime, if he aren't seeing anyone yet, then I might want to ask him to be my boyfriend again, because truthfully I think that I like both men and women. Woman a bit more. I probably will end up at the end in the long term for my rest of my life with a pretty girl. But as for right now, I am living the single life for 4 years and 2 months now. I was stupid back then. You should never break up with someone before Happy New Year's. At least it was after Christmas. So the point of the matter is I am totally fine with people being whoever or whatever they want to be. It's the deal of life. And I admit it would be kind of cool and fun, and a bit weird to have you guys know where my mind is going right now with a guy. I wonder how can two guys do it? Maybe I will look on Google to find out. Does a guy doing it suck the other guy's hot dog? I feel like this is a better word than what I am thinking of. Moving on from this topic, I know that some people watching me right now would judge me for saying something like that. So let's talk about Valentine's Day. And by the way, the accessibility guy don't say it. So now let's talk about Valentine's Day and the history of it. First of all, I guess that Valentine's Day is a holiday, but we don't get a holiday off from school, college, or work. It's also called St. Valentine's Day, or the Feast of St. Valentine is celebrated annually on February 15 around the world. It originated as a Christian feast day honoring a martyr named Valentine, and throughout later folk traditions it has also become a significant cultural religious and commercial celebration of romance and love in many regions of the world. This is cool. You can see a picture of a Valentine Day card from 1909 on Wikipedia. Also called St. Valentine's Day or the Feast or the St. Valentine or the Day of Love. It's observed by people in many countries all over the world. Anglican Communion, Traditional Catholicism, and Lutheran Church. Its type is Christian romantic, cultural, commercial, and observance. Its significance is Feast Day of St. Valentine, the celebration of love and affection. Its observances is sending greeting cards and gifts stating that word that sounds like sex, but without the I, and the I is replaced with a E. Church services and missions. Dates are February 14th, which is fixed by the Western Christian Church. Fun fact, there's 2 more dates during the year. Wait, say what? July 6th, it is fixed by the Eastern Orthodox Church, and there's one more on July 30th, which is fixed by the Eastern Christian Church, which is really interesting. Valentine's Day happens every year for 2 days, but we in Canada celebrate Valentine's once a year, which is on February 14th, which next year it will happen on a Friday next year in 2025. This is a picture of St. Valentine. There are a number of martyrdom stories associated with various St. Valentines connected to February 14th, including an account of the imprisonment of St. Valentine of Rome for ministering to Christians persecuted on the Roman Empire in the United century. According to an early tradition, St. Valentine restored sight to the blind dower of his jailer. Numerous later adjudiants to the legend gave better related it to the theme of the lost tradition maintains that St. Valentine performed weddings for Christian soldiers who were forbidden to marry by the Roman emperor. An 18th century embellishment to the legend claims he wrote R.H.E. jailer's daughter a letter signed Your Valentine as a farewell before his execution. So I guess that Saint Valentine was killed. I am reading about Saint Valentine. Maybe on July 6th I will make a part 2 about Saint Valentine. And who was he? He was a 4th century Roman Christian saint. He was born in the year after Christ came in the year 226, and he sadly died in 269 on March 10th of 269, which fun fact, March 10th of that year was the 69th day of that year, and the number 69 is the favorite number of Valentine's Day. Today number of the day is 45, which is pretty cool number of the day. I like it. My favorite number of all time is 29, which adds up to my other favorite number, which is 11. The 8th century Sacramentary recorded the celebration of the feast of Saint Valentine on February 14th. The day became associated with romantic love in the 14th and 15th centuries when notions of courtly love flourished, apparently by execution with the lovebirds of early spring, and come to think of it, not too long ago was Groundhog Day. Was just 2 weeks ago from tomorrow on February 2nd. Wow, I never watched that movie yet with Bill Murray. That will be my Friday night weekly movie every Friday night. My plan is to watch a movie every Friday night during the year to celebrate the end of a week and the beginning of the weekend. And that reminds me that this weekend is a long weekend, and oh no, guess what? I vowed to go on Monday, which will be family day, will be 1 year anniversary of me skiing, and had a big awful accident, which is too bad. Well, it's already been almost a year. Crazy. I am skipping this year for skiing. Maybe I will go get back on the horse next year. I don't want to go through that again. In my lifetime, that was really super painful, and it definitely hurted more than getting a tattoo done, and way more than a needle. For I think the next 3 nights after that happened last year. You can read the rest and all about Valentine's Day on Wikipedia. This is where I got my information from. Sorry to tell you guys, but I am out of time. I was upset and mad at myself because I didn't start making this video until 2 p.m. this afternoon. This in school from last night is pretty much my whole day. This day I felt like I didn't do much today. Tonight after this, there's nothing on TV tonight. I'm going to unload the dishwasher and research about phones. Tomorrow, the accessibility guy will be getting himself a new phone because to get my Apple Watch working, or might decide to buy Samsung Galaxy Watch version 6, and then I will be all set to go. I will either go with iPhone 15 Pro Max or Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra with second ever smartphone to have Galaxy I ended in the latest version of Android with One UI 6.1. Thoughts right, you guys will not get One UI 6.1 until sometime in March. I will show and tell you about what I got for my new phone. I will end off this video with me performing a song for Valentine's Day. Hope you enjoy.